What's up? What's up? It's your boy Tay Speaks.
What's poppin'? It's your girl J Money, the soul pleaser.
What's up, guys? It's India Ebony, the 4'9" goddess.
And welcome to another episode of Juice 901. You already know what's going on. Consistency at its best. Jack. Read. There we go. There we go. I was scared that wasn't gonna get finished. But let's jump straight to the topics, man. What's the first topic we're gonna talk about? We just discussed this and I already forgot. The guy in the club.
What's his
that's
name?
That's a quick topic. Let's just get that out the way.
What's his name?
That's crazy.
That's a good question. He was a rapper though, for sure.
From the DMV. Gunu?
You sure you're getting that right?
It's Gunu.
I ain't got time for nobody.
But if he's from the DMV, it's probably Gunu. But it's Gunu.
I wish I could zoom had a thing.
It's Gunu.
But yeah, man. So if y'all don't know what happened, and I'm pretty sure y'all might not know what happened by the time this come out, or y'all might, I don't know. But so basically what happened is Gunu, that's his name. I guess he got murdered. Somebody shot him or whatnot. So his family members decided to have I don't know if it was the funeral, but all I know is they had his body inside. They had his body standing up in the club.
Fully dressed. My
boy was fresh.
He was actually in the club.
My boy had on name brand clothes, by the way. So it wasn't no suit. It was just regular club attire.
He probably wore every day type. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So I mean,
shades on.
I personally don't. I mean, I look at it like this. I look at it two ways. What if that's what he asked for? Because you got a lot of people who set up their request for like a conversation, not knowing they're gonna pass, but like, bro, when I die, I want to do this, bro. Like, real talk, I want to go out this way, bro. Like, it might have been something discussed, so that's why I didn't have too much judgment with it in the comments or anything like that. It's still wild, and you could tell by the faces there. That was like,
like when people realized he was dead.
Yeah, that was there when I don't know if it was announced.
And then on top of that,
I think they knew before they came. It had to be, right?
Like, because he died.
I would hope so.
Like, did they pronounce his death before then, or what? They
realized he was dead. I mean, it wasn't a realization. I think.
Or did they it definitely?
Well, they knew he was
holographic. It didn't look like it was cardboard either. You know, like it definitely looked like a real person.
Yeah.
But
that's so wild. I'm pretty sure they knew he was dead. I'm not sure they knew the body was going to be there, but I mean, you had to, right? Because if you didn't know and you showed up and saw that, well, I would say you would leave, but I don't know about that.
Okay, I have two things. Okay, so one, you know how you have to preserve the body and stuff like that. Like, did it stink?
No, I'm pretty sure it was funeral ready.
I would hope so. Two, I didn't find it as far-fetched only because. If you have Louisiana roots and things like that, people do stuff like second line. People do all types of just different things as homegoings. Yeah. I definitely never seen that, but people, they literally will have a party right after the funeral, things like that. So I'm like, okay, that's very interesting, but. And a lot of people don't really want a funeral.
Yeah, that's another thing a lot of people were saying in the comments. They started going off with different traditions and different races on what they do, I guess, to celebrate his life or whatever they was trying to do. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I mean, that's what they did. That's what they did. For sure, it was wild, though. But
I'm thinking about, he has, family who, his mom and stuff like that, maybe they did have something separately. This is the media, so we're obviously not gonna know everything. But I mean,
to get the body, it got to be somewhat agreed upon, unless somebody had full authorization.
But I mean, if that's the type of
the mom,
right? And it seems like he was that type of guy. Obviously, he was a rapper. He
was loved.
Yeah,
because to get somebody at a club where your body is, you gotta be loved. But at the same time, a lot of people are really nosy. Also, bro, no, his body not there, bro. I'm finna pull up, and that's just the world we live in.
Yeah, could have pulled in some numbers
too. We live in a world where, bro, people record a dead body and be like, hey, bro, come check on your people and put it all on Facebook and all that. Weird. So
that's crazy.
And it literally happens. Even with Mo, the rapper Mo, who passed away last year, when his body was lying on the expressway,
on the express.
Yeah, he got shot. He got killed on the expressway.
Yeah, I mean, even with the XXX guy, he was
yeah, exactly.
I did see that video, but like, I just feel like also this is kind of like a little bit off topic, but like, it's kind of becoming really, really corny that people who are doing great things, or like they technically have some sort of success, like they really have to die to like really be known and really get some type of respect, like I'm just saying that it's real, that type of thing is at an all-time high. Like they will really hate you and talk shit about you while you're here, but when you die, it's like, oh, now I see he was really talking about some real shit, or he really stood for this. It was just, I was just caught up in the image,
And that's why you care to a certain extent, which brings me to the next question. Okay, so we just talked about this before the camera started rolling, about caring what people think about you. In a way you kind of have to, in a way you kind of don't. And I know a person who suffers with that is a good example, is Cardi B, who, man, like, she let the people get to her every time. Like, she just deleted her Instagram because folks was questioning why she wasn't at the what was the Oscars or Grammys, whatever just passed.
Probably Grammys was yesterday, I think.
And it's like, why does it matter?
It doesn't.
If it wasn't at the Grammys or not.
Yeah, and then like it wasn't.
She got kids.
That was she said.
She has like a child that's less than 1 year old.
But she was like, She was like, I mean, why come to something that I know I wasn't going to win anyway? They told me I wasn't going to win, so why like coming up there and just
right? And I mean, I'm pretty sure
those choice of words, she probably shouldn't have like kind of said that, because
but she always
that's a lack.
It makes you like a sore loser, kind of.
Yeah, that's a lack of support. But I'm not saying like her fans or whoever was dragging her because she didn't go to the Grammys was right, because that's obviously not right. Like, if she don't want to go, she don't want to go.
She doesn't have to go.
She doesn't have to. Like, she's a human being.
Right. And then I think a common trend with her is like, the reason she got famous is because she spoke her mind so much and she was so authentic. And literally the same thing that brings you up can bring you down. And I feel like, especially as a celebrity, you get like, people lose their human eye about you. You know what I mean? Like you're a celebrity and that's it. But I feel like as a celebrity, as someone who knows where they are, like, you're up here and, you have a broader view of what's going on. I feel like you have to find a way to keep your grip about that, because at the end of the day, it's still how you make your living, but I mean, she's human, and y'all need to get a life, because why is whoever is pressing her about being somewhere, like,
but it's inevitable though, because it could be anybody. It can be an 8-year-old, it can be a toy. Like, you can't see these people and they don't really matter. Are they only trying to get your attention? I'm speaking from a perspective, like, I'm not even there yet, but I'm there with the people who
like,
are doing the posting, and I'm like, bro, like, and she knows that, but like you said, her fame has come off, speaking her mind, how she feel about stuff, but she hasn't learned how to break that habit of needing to explain to people who don't really matter. Like, you would never see, you don't see Beyonce anyway, but you don't see, bro, Beyonce ain't explaining nothing. They didn't call her Illuminati, they didn't call Jay-Z Illuminati, they didn't call.
She just does
she not a good performer. She can't sing. Blah blah blah. Bro, Beyonce drop an album, dip.
But at the same time, you really can't blame Cardi B for actually caring about what these people are saying about her or dragging her, because at the end of the day, like we just said, she is human. So she's gonna have all aspects and feelings of being a human being.
Exactly,
100%.
But I do agree though, she needs to work on that, because if she don't, it's just only gonna get worse.
And maybe the best thing for her is to delete her social media for right now. Like, she doing it right now.
I feel like just in general, like, everyone needs to realize like their boundary with like social media in general. Because like, I deleted Twitter and never got it again because I definitely was wilding.
Bro, I'm quick to
not that I was talking crap about people, but I definitely was. I just like, I'm too opinionated on this, and then I also started to think about my future a lot more, and I'm just like, hey, I just don't want to be, you have to really control your narrative too,
which is hard. Like I said, it's not easy.
Yeah,
but we didn't hop into another topic. So the topic was, what do you think? We never formed the question.
Okay, okay, I got it. So, what do you think is your first impression? Like what type of thing do you leave on people the first time that they meet you?
What do people think about me when they first see me? I gotta go first?
Yeah.
He's quiet into himself. Very quiet.
His eyebrows was always raised.
Because I'm always listening. I'm an observer. I've always been an observer. But yeah, like I'm quiet until you get to know me. Then you realize I do talk. But I mean, what was the sound effects? Were y'all straight? I don't talk that much though. I heard the I don't know if that was me or if there was any agreeents.
Yeah, I said
okay.
Like I was agreeing.
Okay. But not for real though. Like I think I just give off a I don't know. Like I'm chill. I'm cool. I'm chill.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part. For the most part.
Depends on what stage. Depends on what stage you meet me in. You meet me at a party or something, then it's different. You meet me at sitting somewhere or in the library or at work or blah blah or any other. I'm going around your family. You around my family. It's different. Mm-hmm. But
for sure. For me, I'm really an oddball. But I feel like people might find me a bit just flamboyant. Like I have a very big personality. Depending on where you are on the inside, I might come off as arrogant. I might be an asshole. Or you might just see me for who I am, which is just, I'm just bright. I express myself. I'm pretty blunt. But you have to know that I'm harmless. But if you don't, I really don't care, which also makes me an asshole. So,
that the bluntness is what it's I
don't have time.
You have to.
The question is, what do you think?
That's what I think.
You guys are saying like what you guys are. No, what do you
that's what I think. Because that's what I've been told. Like when it comes to my quietness is like he don't say much, he don't talk much until you get to know me. They be like, oh, he talk.
What people have
told.
For sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, most people tend to, they tend to like me after they warm up. After they realize like, oh, she's just whatever. But I've gotten both. Like some people think that I just, the way that I come off, it's just a bit too much for them. But like, did I really? I didn't insult you though. I didn't insult your character. This is just how I talk. Like this is just me. Like it really don't be directed towards anyone. Like, so what I just said was both sides. Like I've gotten both, and it just is what it is.
What's up, Jay?
For me,
oh God, they think I'm a unicorn. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, for real. No, I'm just kidding. But no, like to be honest, like for real, like I honestly don't know because I've never really cared, and I can really say that like honestly, like I've never really truly cared. But people who have, I've got mixed. Like people have come to me and said, "Oh, girl, I thought you were gonna be mean when I first met you," but I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. But people who have a different opinion of me, of course, after they got to know me. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can chime in.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think. Well, when I first met you, you were very reserved. Like you weren't like unfriendly feeling though. You were just like to yourself. Like if like you didn't go out of your way to like necessarily make friends or like make people like, oh, you want to. If you just stuck around and you happen to be around, then you fucked with us. And then, So yeah, like that's kind of like just a cool,
I'm with whatever kind of person. Like
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, for sure. But she's definitely, once you get to know her, she's a great time.
The main part comes before they talk to you, because I told you don't stay, bro. When I was behind the camera, I told you though your facial expressions give off like, bro, who are y'all? And I'm only here because I have to.
I have been told that my facial expressions like say it all. Like my facial, like,
but it can be misleading though.
Facial expressions.
100%. What? Which is why, bro. It's been multiple occasions. I'd be like, Jay, you straight, bro? You good?
Yeah, like it be giving like something's bothering her.
And it could be anything, but this man would not tell you until you ask 10 million times what's going on. But that's just a Pisces for you.
But I have one more thing.
What's up?
I think also, I think I know this to be a fact now. Because, like, I'm also kind of I know, like, all these random facts about things. Like, I'm very, like, nerdy. So I feel like people think that maybe I come off as, like, this, like, my nose turned up at people just because, like, I'd be just saying very, like, factual type of things. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of goes into the asshole bucket. Maybe just because it's you know what I'm
I see. I know what you're saying.
I don't know. I just thought
when for that kind of thing. I mean, I guess it just you don't have to adjust because if I tell you to adjust, it's gonna come off like, bro, I'm not changing myself. But I mean, I guess when you're having this conversation, when you're having conversations like that, and you coming off with like, no, you do this because this and this and this, like you come off like I think know
that
it.
Comes with being observant too. Like I'm just like as much as I talk, I feel like I observe just as much.
But you got to pick your battles, like which I'm learning too.
Critical, I don't know.
You have to pick your battles, which is what I'm learning too. Like you have to pick your battles when it comes to telling people about themselves or telling people the facts because some people just don't care.
I don't tend to do that as much anymore because I realize that you can only meet people where they are.
Exactly.
You can really only talk to people where they are. And that really drew back a lot. That like brought a lot of inner peace for me, which I didn't realize. I'm like, dang, I really be like, I'm a natural kind of like helper in that way. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like me, you know what I'm saying? Like my intentions do be good, but it's also like, if you don't see it, if you're not there, then that's that. And then I'm also going to come off as, you know, whatever negative trait you think is attached to that. So I'm going to just shut up.
I mean, I feel you. Well, let me see. What was the other question was
toxic trait.
What do you think? Now this week, this is where you get exactly. What do you think? I'm gonna set it up for all platforms. What do you think is your toxic trait? And this is where we be honest. I mean, it's like
I might
be honest with yourself.
I need to think about mine for a second.
Oh, you go. I gotta go first. You go first.
What?
I've been saying because I went first last time. Now it's your go.
No, I don't want to go first.
That's your toxic trait right there. You're hard headed. That's what it is.
I am not hard headed.
No, she's not easily pierced.
Bruh, and the softest thing on this earth.
I think my toxic trait is the fact that I don't think I have a toxic trait.
And so is your toxic trait.
Delusional.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like a Pisces.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, it's by choice. That's the thing. It's not like she just oblivious to it. Like it's just, you know what? I'm good.
Be delusional.
Because like it's a reason. No, for real. Like I guess I'm delusional for a reason because it's like I know my intentions behind things. I do things for a reason. Like when I interact with people, I really have your best interests at heart. That's why when I speak to people, I'm gonna tell you facts. I don't really say a lot, you know, but when I do, you better listen because it's gonna be something you're gonna want to hear to help you out. So it's just like
I don't follow the zodiac stuff all that, but at the same time, to break it down into folks who follow all this stuff, you sound like a Virgo, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we bruh, first of all, I'm the same way when it comes to that stuff because I'm just trying to help you. And that's why I say, like I told Indy, you got to pick your battles, which I'm learning the hard way.
I don't have any battles I be picking.
Bruh, that's what I said. But I had to learn because it got me to a lot of, even with me and India or me and Jay, like.
Definitely.
It's just we be, because it's like I be trying to say something and sometimes they don't want to hear it and sometimes they try to say something I don't want to hear. It's just part of, but you got to pick your battles.
Like, especially if you feel like you have this awareness about yourself and you're already kind of self-critical. It's like, who do you think you are to tell me about myself? First of all, I already know this and I already fixed it and you're too late.
You didn't fix it because if you fix it, we wouldn't be talking about it.
That is true.
Exactly. And most of the, I think my toxic trait, what is my toxic trait? Yo, I ain't got no patience, bro. I got patience in certain extents and certain things, bro. But I get my toxic trait. My toxic trait is my irritation level. Quite frankly, believe it or not, my irritation level irritates me. How annoyed I get so fast over the small, and I have to take a step back. Like even in my relationship, it's like sometimes it's just like I find myself irritated. I'm like, you know what? Let me circle back.
Definitely don't date Virgo.
Let me circle back because I know that I had no reason to be in. It wasn't even that serious. So like I'm working on, it's in the process, but I think that's my toxic trait. My toxic trait, I get annoyed really, really fast.
I
just get quiet.
So do you get annoyed by like certain people, like like certain people in your life, or just everybody in general?
Yo, I posted this today. I get annoyed when people ask me questions, bro. Like
I feel like it comes from like, you know how certain I feel like there's a certain like level of common sense that like it's like this hyper common sense that you tend to have.
I hate stupid stuff.
So when you ask questions, it's like, how do you like what? It's like, why are you being nosy? And then also like this question is so like obvious. Why are you asking it?
That second one is the one. That second one is so.
It's like why are
you can answer yourself?
Like why are you really asking this right now?
Oh, it's like that's it's like it doesn't have to be a stupid question. It's just like, so why did she do this? Well, because I want to do this. So did you know you was gonna get hurt?
Overly simple.
Yeah. So why would you do this? You knew I'm the type of person I think of what's gonna happen afterwards, no matter what it is. Like not thinking of anything bad, but I just think of like if I know I'm gonna do something, what's gonna happen afterwards. If you tell me that you got in the car with 2 flat tires in the back and you drove on the expressway and then you end up having a wreck, and now my brain is going in circles, I'm like, why would you? I mean, I don't know. Okay, well, you can't give me a logical answer.
Bro.
That's what's gonna make you go crazy. Toxic trait. All right, hold on. Going back to Jay real quick. All right, so let's not say what you think your toxic trait is. What have people told you that they didn't like? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't get into it with somebody and they didn't say, bro, you just be doing this.
I mean, people don't really be telling me what they don't like. Like, y'all think I'm just...
Let me make some phone calls.
Real. Like, people don't... I gotta think about it. Just skip me for right now. Let me think.
We gonna circle back.
Okay. So, someone telling me my toxic trait?
What do you? Well, if you can't think of one for yourself, what have you been told?
I think, like honestly, I haven't had too many like not toxic. I'm just saying, like I really haven't.
What's
like,
the definition of toxic?
I feel okay. I will say that my thing. I'll say this, like. People tend to. I pick up on people's energy a lot. They may not verbally tell me.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? But it's like,
it's me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but and I don't know what that is, but they'll never, they won't be straight up with me. And I'm like, I also take that into account because I want to be held accountable. Like I have self-awareness. If you have a problem, address it or like really tell me. Like I know we just talked about common sense or whatever, but also that's another thing. Like since I pick up on energy so well, you actually don't have to tell me. I'll just peep and I know that I can't really trust you. I just know, like, so I know what my toxic trait is. I don't really tend to hear people out. Like, if you got me fucked up, you just got me fucked up, and it's just that. Because my thing is also, I'm such a considerate person. I, like, really be trying to put my best foot forward with people, and I really do try my best.
Sometimes, like, it may be, like, your loved ones or somebody, you know, obviously, like, your friend or family member, whatever. What if sometimes, like, the consideration doesn't follow through? Like, they don't think that you're being considerate in that moment. So that's where the argument starts. So sometimes you may just have to hear the other person out.
Not in those situations. Like, yeah. Like, and typically, like, I think you know this to be true about me. I tend to explain myself before there is an issue. Like, if I actually care about you. Like, I will explain what was going on or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tend to... Like, that's also considerate. It's like, I'm not leaving you in the dark. Like, it may not be right when you want it to be or whatever, but I definitely tend to, like, not leave people in the dark.
But that could be an issue within itself, though. And because you don't want to talk about something, it's one thing taking a step away.
I'm talking about bullshit. Like,
yeah, but I'm
real
saying
bullshit. Not like, let me think of a real...
Well, but then you get to over-explaining yourself before there's an issue. So now that may come across different... you know, to the other person. No,
okay. Example of me being considerate. Like, if we plan to do something and there's kind of an elusive time around it or whatever, like, oh, like, let's do this, but it's not really, really set in stone, and I get carried away that day, and I hit you up the next day and be like, hey, I didn't forget about it, I just had this or this or this. Like, that's what I mean by considerate. Okay. But what I mean by bullshit is, like, if I'm letting someone stay with me or something and they literally, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting you be there. you are eating up all of my food. You're letting people in the house that I don't know. Like, you're taking advantage. You're not, like, you know what I mean? You're overstepping boundaries that really should be set in stone. Like, we're adults. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be considerate. Clean up after yourself. Replace what's in the fridge. Like, I'm saying, like, real, like, bullshit. Like, and I've come across those things in life. So I'm like, okay, if you're not enough of an adult and have this type of self-awareness, I don't want to fuck with you. Like, that's super inconsiderate and super, like, selfish. Like, it'd be detrimental.
But see, now you're talking about their toxic trait. We talking about...
No, I'm saying my toxic trait is when people are... When I know for a fact that my boundaries said or unsaid, when it's just, like quote-unquote common courtesy, like...
To let them
being
know.
A decent human being, like a considerate human being... And it's like, oh, she's letting me, if I do, you give them an inch and they walk all over you type shit. If you walk all over me and you know, like, bitch, you gotta know that shit wild. I'm not.
But see, that's not a toxic trait on you. It's you picking up on energy. A toxic trait is what's something about you that has a negative impact on any relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, friendship, sister, brother, anything that someone has probably told you. Like, for example.
Okay, well, what's one? What is one for me then? I really want to know.
I got one. Well, a toxic trait for India is before India hears the full sentence, India cuts off and gets her point across without knowing the actual point that the person is trying to say. That's 100%. You know,
I tend to interrupt people,
but that's the same. That's what I'm saying. But instead of hearing the full point, like, all right, this is why you made me mad, India. This is what I didn't like, and this is why. No, but I'm just saying, like, no, bro, you have to hear what I'm saying because I might be agreeing with you.
Okay, yeah, and I'm sorry, I just interrupted you. I feel like it depends on the situation. Sometimes I really be hearing people out. Like, I feel like I tend to do that in this setting just because, like, I don't know, my energy is more amped up. But if we're in a regular setting,
I know you outside of this setting.
That's fine. But okay, there's gonna be people who watch this and they're like, "You're a great listener." So it depends.
That doesn't mean you're not a great listener, but that doesn't mean you don't also have that toxic trait lingering until you address it.
For sure, and I'm sorry.
Wait, you said you
sorry?
No, I'm saying, like, because it's rude to interrupt. I don't mean to. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Okay, so I think I found out what my toxic trait is. I'm gonna say it, and then I don't know. Then Tay could probably say what my toxic trait is, and then when you go, you say what you think, and I can give you one. Then we can wrap it up.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a toxic trait, but I am very indecisive to the point where, like, sometimes I know what I want, but I won't say it because I feel like the other person don't want to do that exact same thing, or
I don't
like to, like, you know, make people feel like they have to do something they don't want to do just because I want to do it, or it's like, okay, maybe I do.
Like with that dress, with the thing we were supposed to do. You're like, I don't know what time did you do, like, you know.
Wait, hold on, because I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm saying, like, I'm very like, okay, I'm with a group of people. Okay, what y'all want to do? Jay, what you want to do? It's cool. It's whatever what y'all want to do.
But we asked you what you want to do.
I probably know what I want to do, but it's like, I don't, you know, I care for others so much. It's just like, I don't want anyone to be like, dang.
But if they asked you, take that into consideration.
And I know I do need to work on that, but, you know, and be more straightforward. But, you know, I'm such a caring person. Like, I love people so much. So it's like, I don't want to, like, disappoint them, you know?
Can I give you a note on that? So also, but no, this is something that I learned recently in my, like, therapy journey when, like, because I would say the same thing about myself, being considerate and caring and, like, trying to leave enough space open to not feel like I'm doing too much. But also, like, the caring part and the consideration part is being considerate of people's time. And it's just like when someone, like, when people ask you, like, what you want to do, and you kind of, the banter goes back and forth because nobody can make a decision. It's like, we could spend more time if somebody chooses. If you have that in your mind, like, don't be afraid to say it, because then that's more time. That's more actual, like, intentional time we could be spending together. You know?
But I feel like if no one knows what they want to do, that's their fault on wasting time. Like,
yeah, no, I'm saying, but if they ask you, I'm saying if they're like, oh, what do you want to do? And you do have something in your mind, like, you know, share and be considerate in that way. because they are asking.
And they may be asking also because one, I legit don't know what to do. And if your idea may be something I didn't think of, and it's like, dang, I want to do it now.
They obviously want you to share.
And now I got to do something that I only kind of want to do because I don't know what else to do.
I don't have a decision, but it's like, it's better than doing nothing, you know? So I feel like sharing is caring.
But I think I agree with that. I think another one is you don't really talk about what you got going on. Unless it's really, really that serious. It has to be really, really serious for you to just vent about it. Or either that or... Of course, it's like if something like you going through like grieving or something like that, you'll get that out. But then, like I said, if it's something like that serious, it has to be that serious, or it has to be built up. Mm-hmm. And by that point, you're gonna get it one of two ways. If you're the person who caused it, you might stay shut down. If one of us asks and we didn't cause it, then we may get an answer. It just depends on how much time we got and blah blah blah. So, my all the mics, you tired. Y'all getting old, bro.
Anyways,
y'all get old.
Before I lose my thoughts.
What's the thought, man?
I think I lost it. But shit. It was good. It was so good.
Who was it about?
No, it was just in general. It was just a general statement. Oh, also, I feel like when on the topic of just like toxic traits and first impressions, like I feel like people also have to realize that you're different around you're different around certain people, and like your perception can be warped depending on like there's so many things that create one circumstance. So like I was saying earlier, like obviously I may come off like, you know, this type of way to you, but somebody that you don't know that knows me, like I give them a completely different vibe, you know, and it's for all of us. So I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding.
I mean, I think
the world.
I think it's just some people gonna like you, some people not. But it's one thing not caring about opinion, but it's another thing not caring about opinion that would actually help you.
Yeah, like
so you gotta be open.
Discernment.
Yeah, you kind of got to be open.
Don't think we forgot. You gotta say your toxic trait.
Yeah,
I thought I did. I said I get annoyed fast, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I just get I get really irritated.
Also, your toxic trait is overthinking.
100%. That's
like
my life.
And it's only because I have my things as well. But you get so anxious about things.
Chill
like
out.
Please, like I'm like, what?
Take a breather.
Man, back in the day, I used to just want to rock your jaw about that shit.
I was rocking my own inside my head. So that's the thing. So I mean, I'm working on that also, because that is honestly I would honestly say that's my biggest toxic trait. Like I overthink everything, bro. Like the smallest thing, everything. Like I'm talking about while my girl in her sleep, I'd be in there just laying in the bed trying to go to sleep, but it's like
you just thinking,
bro. Yeah. It's like it's on go. Like as soon as I open my eyes, it's on go. It's like, bro, I gotta chill.
Understand, like especially in like. If you're trying to do so many things, like I feel like the more creative you are, like the more you actually, yeah, it's just like because you like it's art and you're sensitive, you know, like it's something, yeah.
Precious.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the shirts, you got podcasts, you got the music. So it's like, bro, I gotta do EP, I gotta do this, I gotta do this.
Like and you don't want to make a mistake, but like
mistakes happen, but
like, that's the thing. Like what isn't like there are such things as mistakes, but like when. Things like this, like creativity is literally boundless. Like you just have to risk it.
More than anything, I just, like I said, with this year, with the music, with this, with the podcast, with the search, all that, my main word is consistency, bro. Like I just want to be consistent. If I could be consistent, I'll be content because I know consistency would bring up other things.
Much either.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I'm on the same, and just the company, the energy you put out. Like I just want to make sure I'm doing exactly what I want to do at all times.
Well, make sure you guys tell us what your toxic trait is.
What is your toxic trait?
Something that you guys want to work on about yourself, because once you put it out there, maybe after you type it in the comments, you might be more aware about yourself. So
you may have somebody else.
Yeah, you might, because some people might have the same traits as you, and y'all can just talk about it together. Maybe
like when I made the post today.
Have a dope conversation.
For sure. Like when I made the post today about getting irritated when people ask you questions. Like I know you hit me up, and then I know a couple folks hit me up like, bruh, me too. Like I thought I was the only one. So you would think you're the only one that feels this way about stuff, about things, but it's like you'll be surprised, bro. Like people are really a lot alike.
Yeah, we internalize a lot because we feel like we're gonna be judged and stuff. But I feel like if we stopped coming to the forefront with judgment first, then,
the most happiest people on earth are autistic people, bro. They don't care about what people think about them. Yeah. Like dude who Drewski, the comedian, just posted. Like, bro, they're supposed to be living their best life, bro. Like best life. That is the definition of not caring about what you think about me. I'm going to be 100% myself. Now I'm not saying that if they had it another way, they wouldn't pick it another way. But I'm not. But they seem to be the happiest people because they're carefree. It's kind of like that
shame part of their.
Yeah, it's gone. Like it's like I'm me. Accept me for me or not.
Yeah.
And that's how all of us should be. But
for sure.
Yeah, shout out to social media and everything else and all the beliefs that have been placed on us over the years. But anyway, like we always say, tune in to the next episode of Juice 901. Make sure y'all comment what y'all toxic trait is on this one because we really want to know. Let's talk about it. You may end up getting a therapy session for it. Never know. Y'all got anything else to say? Well, without further ado, who got the juice?
Got the juice.
Absolutely.
Keep the peace.
Juice 901. Let's get it.